And I'll just let this run.
I don't get the joke.
Duke Davis.
Okay.
Never trouble till Dracula troubles you.
Start the timer now.
Julius.
So, Castlevania 3, here we are. And this one had quite the bidding war. I was a bit surprised, I will admit.
But it's a pleasant surprise.
Indeed.
Always.
This kind of surprise.
Very charitable.
I will admit, I personally was rooting for Sypha because the Japanese version of this game and her run on it are just awesome, but maybe another time. This is certainly not a bad consolation prize, at least. We have a lot of cool skips and some tricks to show off here.
And it's the one character who hasn't been played in the marathon, actually.
That is true.
I'm surprised this Alucard is the fastest.
Alucard, it's all about the flight. You can do so many things with it, as you will see. But right now, the focus is on getting this holy water up to the triple shot before the boss. And you do that by hitting enemies and candles with your sub-weapon. That's how you level it up, or rather, how you make multipliers appear in 1, 3, and 4. All the games I'll be playing here have the same method of getting multiples for your sub-weapon. Another interesting thing here that I never even knew until I started speedrunning these games is that you need to have 8 hearts in order to get the long whip upgrade. That I never knew, somehow.
Well, Josh, you want to explain how the holy water mechanics are different from Castlevania 1?
That is a good suggestion, thank you very much. So, in Castlevania 1, as you saw, the holy water allows you to walk through enemies while they're being burned, but it does a lot less damage than in this version. It's mainly there just to stun lock enemies. In this game, oh, it stun locks enemies and it hurts. It slices, it dices, you know it.
There's actually no real value to triple shot holy water in Castlevania 1.
That is correct.
Not so much here.
Multiple holy waters don't stack in one, but my god, do they in this game. There you go.
Nice.
Clap for that, come on.
Campfire.
Is there
There's the campfire.
Is there time for me to go through some donations real quick?
Absolutely.
Okay, $20 from Valentin Niger, who says, some more greetings from Switzerland. Keep up the good work and thanks to Qureshi for the awesome music. Definitely lots of respect to Qureshi for that. $8.12 from Patrick DeVore. Great job, guys. Keep playing the piano in the background. It's awesome. $50. This is actually from me because I want Mecha Rector to play some Soten later on.
Oh, I see. Yep. Anything else you want to mention?
No, that was it.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the next one. It's a bit slow. $15 from Timo Bauer. Finally, Dracula time. Because esports is in the lead, this $15 goes to the Barrett date.
I should probably keep an eye on my email just in case my web host is sending me angry letters.
Okay, so... Forget. Go ahead, Josh.
I hate these owls. Oh, how I hate them. However, you can bait them by jumping and making them dive differently, but sometimes it just doesn't matter. I am still in good enough shape for this, though.
I think anyone who's played Castlevania 3 hates these owls.
And one of the big overarching risks in this game is not death, but enemies dropping bad sub-weapons. Hence, PJ's name the surprise weapon block. This is just another example of that, folks.
Are other weapon drops at least somewhat predictable, or are they entirely
They
random?
are vaguely predictable in one sense, which is you have to kill a certain number of enemies in order for the possibility of a sub-weapon drop to even appear. Once you get past that marker, that number of kills, then it's random. And once a sub-weapon appears, then it resets. So there's that. In Castlevania 1, only certain enemies can drop sub-weapons at all, so it's not as bad in that game. And in 4, no enemies drop sub-weapons at all. The other thing is I can deal with this. This is actually not bad. Like, I actually welcome this. Because, yeah, I'll take that hit, whatever, it doesn't matter. The deal here is I know where to get a holy water without wasting too much time in this level, and I can get the triple back before the boss, generally. This level, it's definitely the most random level in the game. Between those frogs at the start, it's random what direction they go, when they appear somewhat. And then these mudmen. Oh, these mudmen. Getting good patterns there, but yeah, it's random.
Just a reminder too that if we get $50 towards Sunken City before Josh gets to the port point for that, we'll do it.
That's actually coming up after, like, in the next level, or after the next level at any rate.
Yeah,
So would Grant be faster if he didn't have to go through the clock tower twice?
Definitely, yeah, it's moving.
Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Grant just saves so much time elsewhere that... There we go. We at least got the double. I am good.
that you are.
At least I only have the double. This is...
Every time I try to do that, I walk up the stairs.
Yeah. However, I will say, the next level is going to be a bit of a problem. I really need a triple shot. I want to get it within this next level here. So... Alright, we'll have to see when it drops.
Josh, I just wanted to thank you for the surprise dagger. You're now officially contributing to the surprise weapon block. Ghosts and Goblins, and Super Ghouls and Ghosts, and this. All got surprise weapons.
Your surprise weapon is the best.
I agree.
In Castlevania 1 even, surprise sub-weapons are a big problem in that section with the harpies dropping fleamen. That's why I was taking that part slower than you would expect.
Wait, flea men are a weapon?
No, they drop axes. Even worse.
Alright, I'm going to try and read off some more donations before even more take their place. $10 from Luca Ben, who says, Funkdoc, what you going to do when Castlevania runs wild on you? Let's hope that doesn't happen, because it could be less than essential. 20 from Satori for Cypher. I don't know why he did that, because it was like 600 behind at the time, wasn't it? No. Or was that Grant? Grant was the one that was way behind. Okay. 10 from Arthur Van Velde. Thanks for this insane piano piece. Also, Alucard for certain.
This level is definitely the least random. There's just almost no RNG at all in this one. So it gets kind of boring for me to run after a while. It's just the same thing every time. This boss fight has a quick kill, but it's a bit tricky. Let's see if I can get it.
So he spawns, right?
I could manipulate his spawn by standing in a place, or manipulating where he teleports.
Yes.
There we go! That's what I'm looking for. Sunken City is coming up, guys.
Yeah, alright.
How much do we need?
50.
How much do we have?
We're trying to turn
Okay.
Alright, we have at least 20, and $10 for a challenge Funkdoc like, so I guess that's Sunken City, so it's 30. Go down. That's 10, that's no 10, so it's 40. seem to have 40 for Sunken City, so...
I'll put the last 10.
Okay.
Thank you, Cypher.
10 ciphers.
Yeah, Cypher, so...
I would have done it myself. I've got no cash on me.
I don't have cash on me either. That's exactly what I was thinking.
I got there first.
10 cycle bucks.
I need $10 back.
It's actually equivalent to $90 US in real life.
Thank you.
Was that 10?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Because like that's all 1s, 5s, and 10s in there. So.
Oh, hey, I do have
Alright, here it is, folks.
Alright.
One of the few times you'll get to see this level in the speedrun of this game.
Have you been practicing it?
Yes.
Oh, this level.
Yes.
Screw this one.
I have a plan.
Does it involve bats?
Get off the stairs quicker with this. Gotta get that big heart here. There we go. That was pretty nice on the part of the fishman here. And there's Bone Dragons. This is the only level in the game with Bone Dragons anywhere. And you'll be seeing a lot more of those, particularly with the boss here. Anyway, this level is quite long, as you could imagine, since it's not in speedruns. And there is a legitimate reason for that. It doesn't seem too bad yet, but trust me, there is more to it.
Was Alucard's path to this level changed, or the game in general changed slightly between this and Japanese version because of the charge time on the bat?
Yes, Alucard's bat form uses up hearts only half as quickly in the Japanese version. By the way, check out this meat placement. This is sick. What? I have no idea how a Belmont is supposed to get that, honestly.
Clearly that's just designed for Alucard.
Yep. Looks like I'm grabbing so many hearts in this level, but I'll be using them. I've already been using a good chunk of them, and there's more yet. Because we got a boss coming up here. This guy. This guy is not too fun. He's the reason I pick up the meat no matter what. He's being nice to me, actually. Quite nice indeed. Anyway, this cutscene. This is the whole reason that this route ends up being slower, even though you skip the cave level 6 by taking this route. Just, yeah. Clearly, Alucard sees no problem with this. He's just chill, he's just being fly, being Afro card, you know how it is.
Alucard in his punk phase when he was dying to black.
Here we go. Clinging to the top of the screen, I can dodge that fish man, but not the one up here. Anyway, this is what this music was originally meant for. Don't ask me why they chose this for the last level music. I don't know.
It certainly works here.
It definitely does. I will give it that.
Water.
But yeah, this guy again. Notice how you didn't take away all his health last time? Well, there you go.
If you actually kill him the first time, that crashes the game.
No, that's the thing with the Japanese version. If you hit his head too much in that one, it can lock you up in that area of the game. Because in the Japanese version, you're supposed to knock off the pieces of his tail the first time you fight him.
So,
I did not know this.
So in the Alucard run, is it ever faster to switch back to Trevor for boss fights?
We're about to find out.
I will take that as a yes.
So this level is probably the most difficult of this run. Just because it's one of the longest levels in the game. The actual gameplay part of it is longer than Sunken Cities. And there is one piece of meat in the entire level. I will point it out to you when I get there. It won't be very long. Heart management is also very crucial on this level, as you will see.
For Symphony of the Night, we're currently at 488 for Richter and 425 for Alucard.
This is close, yeah. Doesn't matter which one of these runs you get, they're both going to be very entertaining.
We are not even halfway through with this level yet, keep in mind.
Want me to run through some donations real quick?
Sure. Although one thing, actually one quick thing, the meat is on that wall on the left there. That's the only piece of meat in the whole level.
How far up that wall? Okay. $15 from Alison Gomez Paulina. Amazing runs and thanks for the piano play. This is how far backlogged I am, by the way. Now Josh's favourite donation amount, $8.95. From Jacob Amstetter. You have to donate $8.95 when Funkdoc is on stream. Keep up the good work, SDA. P.S. Also, can you put this towards Richter and Soden? Alucard is so last marathon.
That didn't go quite as intended, but it worked out okay. Here's a neat little trick. The birds kill themselves upon impact, so that works even when you're in transformation, you're invincible. Anyway. You can go on with some more donations because we're heading up to an auto-scroller here.
Yeah, okay, this is taking forever. I'm going to restart after this one.
Maybe during that time, Buckle can go over the current donation dates and.
That's a great idea. I'm just going to read this one more and then I'm going to restart.
Especially the Sultan run. I am.
That's about $60 apart right now.
Okay, so $10 from Patrick Fletcher, who says, "What a nice surprise waking up to see that I haven't missed any of Castlevania because of the schedule change. I had to donate again for it. You guys made my day. Can't get enough of these piano runs." And more in a minute when it doesn't take a minute to load every single donation.
Ooh, a drop. About the last time in this run we'll have to worry about one of those, most likely. That's another issue. Alucard, the only sub-weapon he can use at all is the stopwatch, so you do not have to worry about bad weapon drops with him. There we go. That's actually the most tense part of the fight right there, because Trevor doesn't have a faster way to kill him besides sitting on that platform, but this guy. Oh my god!
Whoa.
Yes! Alright. Sure. A little bit mad over that, but I'm alive, I'm alive.
Yeah, looked up and saw no hearts of it.
I'll just point out that boss has the most HP in the game.
Yes, more HP than any of Dracula's forms or anyone else. That last gargoyle.
Would another hit have killed you?
Possibly. I think he may do 1 point more damage than other enemies.
Okay.
I wasn't about to find out.
How powerful is Alucard's little triple fireball attack?
Alucard's triple fireball attack, An individual fireball is the weakest attack in the game. Each individual fireball does less damage than anything else, even the starting whip or the dagger, for example. Landing 2 fireballs will do the same damage as the starting whip, and then 3 fireballs, if you can hit all 3 on an enemy, it will do the same damage as the powered up whip. Coming up next is the one main glitch you'll see in the Alucard run. That's not quite as hard as it looks, actually. You have to just wait until Alucard's head is above the blocks before you transform.
Hit low, hit low, hit
And
low.
now you have to wait for him to hit low to jump into this one. Man, he's not... He is awfully resistant right now.
There you go.
Fuck. Okay. You know what? I can still do this.
Is there any meat?
No. I'm just gonna fly and I don't care. I want to be alive. Alright. There we go.
Very nice.
Yeah, alright.
The trick with that, by the way, is that even after you kill him, there are some frames where you can still run into him and take a hit. So I had to stay behind and wait there. I have died to that before multiple times.
That sucks. Okay, a couple more donations. $15 from Romain Fori. Hey guys, congratulations for your event. Can you say Mr. MV on Tame in live, please? This guy made the French cast of your event on elive.pro. We got a lot of donations from those guys, so that's an awesome thing they're doing. They're apparently transcribing in French for us so that people who are not good with English but are good with French can still watch the marathon and understand what's going on.
Merci beaucoup, mes amis.
And that's for Sands of Time in French, so that's something that they seem to be going
Yeah,
for.
I don't think that there's anybody that anyone's gonna eat Sands of Time in French now. Unless Mom. Are you gonna donate for Spanish?
You know what?
For Spanish, it says oh.
There we go. Tricky to set up that jump. And also this part. Here we go. Hardest single room in the game. Although Alucard helps out a lot. And there we go. I think that should be no hits in here. Yes.
Nice.
Now I'm just going to take the hit from this guy on purpose. Avoid getting knocked into a pit or anything else. Although, actually, funny thing, even when you're getting hit and you're in that recoil animation, you can still transform into the bat. So Alucard can save himself from getting knocked into pits at all times, as long as he has the hearts.
$10 from Mark Biesca, who's soupy. For what profit is it to a man if he gains Richter all bosses but loses his own Alucard all bosses? AGDQ 2012, I believe. My final 10 for Alucard all bosses, formally requesting Roman Satoru to act out the post-run cutscenes. Make it happen. I'm looking at Roman, I say that, and he's just got a perplexed look on his face.
Yeah. I'm sure Richter has like a $500 loot.
No, it's like 50.
Oh. Well, whatever. Close enough.
It's currently 548 Richter, 425 Alucard.
Yeah,
so
it's
it's
about
about
close.
about 125 for Richter.
That's close as far as this marathon goes.
If Poxnor's Tifa bid can get beat, that can get beat.
Poxnor's bid was dumb?
Yeah.
During Bayonetta.
During Bayonetta, Flicky had like everyone donating for esports. And ended up getting over 2K from like 100 different donations.
If you don't like the name esports, you know, you can go on notifications. Actually, since Final Fantasy VII is coming in a couple of hours, in like 4 or 5 hours or so, we should probably go over the naming bid wars, because that, I mean, you know,
is still winning. I think they've got like at least 5 hours, possibly 6, since we're a little behind. But yes,
yeah, but
coming
still,
up.
we should go over it.
Yeah,
Just so people know.
definitely.
There are the Zelda names, like Zelda names right before that.
Yeah, but that's like not half as bad as
Maybe we can do that in between games since it'll take a while.
Don't worry, guys, we have the best problem. We have too many donations. Oh no!
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'll just wait for the bus. Okay. $10 from Dominic Szymanski. Great Castlevania run, awesome piano skills, love it.
I took it that would have been a mere Alucard if you hadn't switched.
Yes, and the Doppelganger is the hardest boss in the game if you don't cheese him out, because he has the same attacks as you, but like way more damage, like 4 points off your life bar every time.
$10 from Reinhard Schohel. Donated just because of awesome piano and awesome game.
So what are your thoughts on the soundtrack in this game, America vs. Japan?
I am... Okay, we gotta be careful here. I am definitely in the minority on this, for sure. I actually prefer the American music for most tracks in the game. This is one of the few exceptions. I find this less annoying on the Japanese one. And I especially prefer Riddle, the track from the previous level, which is my single favorite piece of music in all of Castlevania, probably. So, other than those, I actually prefer this music for the most part. But a lot of people disagree with me on that. So, hey. Because the Famicom has a special sound chip. I forget what's called specifically, but...
It's VRC6
okay.
by Konami.
I think Konami has used it for at least for another game, I believe.
It's used in Esper Dream 2 and Mori Senki Madara, which are both Famicom only.
So we're about to see the last of Alucard in this run. One more flight after this.
By the way, if you do like the sound of the VRC6, I highly recommend the Madara soundtrack. It's got some really great pieces there.
It's possible to get your feet like inside the floor on that one, to the point where you can't even hit the candles by jumping up. Alright, there we go. Wow, I don't think I've ever taken out that many heads at once.
Wow. That was a nice fight.
Now this fight involves specifically baiting out the lasers here. In the Japanese version, they're fired more or less at random. And they're shorter. And this version, they specifically target you. Anyway, that was just about a perfect Dracula fight. And I'll just, one more time, let's see if I can get this.
Pay respects to Mr. Gibson.
Yeah. Oh! The flasher pose! Alright. What was the time?
Oh, no,
No, you can't just take it off, you gotta do the pose.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, man.
You can do it.
Actually, stand a little more this way.
So, now it's pretty much your last chance, if you haven't already, for the 3 helpers in Curlers in this game. We have